subscribe. Evening, folks. Afternoon, folks, even. And welcome to the Happy Hooker YouTube channel. This afternoon, I've managed to finish work early enough that coincides with a decent tide. I'm going to go and fish 5 bar gate at Rossall, which is near Blackpool, for anybody that doesn't know. It's between Blackpool and Fleetwood. First port of call is Fleetwood Fishing Supplies. Let's go and get some worms and some other bits and bobs, and let's go fishing. See you in a bit, guys. And here we are, down in Ben's shop. I've had a wander up round the rods for, I mean, there's some absolutely cracking rods in here. I'm a tackle tart, as we all know. I do like my rods. Look at these. There's spinning rods, beach casters, whatever. There's boat rods lying about. There's everything. What I have just noticed is the Nomura. Now that is the green spinning rod that I use on the boat, and I absolutely love it. I use it for feathering more than anything, but I do put a little spinner or a shadow or something on it every now and then. That rod is what I use for the feel good fishing, catching the little pollock and the mackerel and all the rest of it. Get in these shops, guys. Have a look around in them. Stop spending online. I've got a bit excitable looking at that green rod. I like them. I might go and get myself another one. Right, I'm going to get some worms and some squid and get on my travels, because I happen to have a little dad nap and I think I've overslept a bit, so I'm rushing around like a twit now. I'll see you when I get down there. Right, guys, here I am down at 5 bar gate at Rossall. There's the 5 bar gate. Now, I'm just going to show you this. I am fishing low tide tonight. If you can see, you see over there where the bloke is with the 2 dogs. I will zoom that in. There's a channel that runs out to sea and then back up along here. Now I'm going to go sort of just after that water where the sand runs out, and I'm going to fish the little gully that runs in there. Now what you've got to be really aware of down here is I can see that's like that 2 hours before it's low tide. Now that's going to be like that 2 hours after low coming back in, so I have to be off that beach sort of before then, otherwise I'll get cut off, because it doesn't just finish there, that gully. It runs along and then it runs through all this stuff here, and it does run right along the beach. And if you're not aware of it, you can quite easily get cut off down at that bottom end, no problem. Just something to be really aware of, because I wouldn't like somebody to follow in my footsteps, go fishing down here and think, oh, I'll fish the tide all the way up. You can't do it. You will get cut off, you will be dead. As easy as that. So always be aware of these little beaches. It's notorious along this file course. Just be aware of it, guys. Make sure you know your surroundings, speak to the locals, speak to the local tackle shops, and let's keep safe. I'll get my kit, I'll get down there, let's get some fishing done. Right, guys, I'm finally set up. I've got my 2 pentidals with me, with the 2 pentidal reels. Now, when I was talking to Ben in the shop, he said, with it being flat calm like this, there's a chance of a ray. There's not much chance of a cod, but there's a chance of a ray. So with that in mind, I've put quite a big hook on this, and I'm just going to be putting I've got some squid, and I can't remember what they are, some little squid and sand eel, some squid and sand eel wraps I've just got from the shop. So I'm going to put them on this biggish hook, fling it as far as I can, and hope for the best. And on the other rig I have got a 3-hook flapper. All these rigs were made by Key White. It's time, guys. Let's get baited up, let's get out. Just before I do though, I'm going to show you this. I can undo that. I'll just show you this. If you look up that beach now here, yeah, now you can't see, there's a gully full of water there. Now that gully there is knee deep now, and when I came over it I were up to just below my knee coming through it. And what'll happen is, as the tide rises up, the tide comes in down there, comes round and it fills this gully up behind you. And this is what I'm trying to keep telling you guys about just weigh up your situation and don't be getting cut off there. I know I keep saying it and I keep nagging it, but can't say it enough. There's a few people lose their lives on these beaches every single year, and it's just through, I'm not going to say sheer ignorance, it's just through not knowing, which is basically means you're ignorant, doesn't it? I don't mean it ignorant in the bad way, I mean they just don't know where they're going and what they're walking into. Just think on, guys. Right, bait on time, let's get them flung. Look how far the blooming water's gone already. I've already moved my tackle down to the right to the water's edge twice while I've been getting set up, so it is on the absolute gallop out, and that'll probably tell you just how quick this will come back in. Get on with it, stop parroting. See you in a bit. It's casting time. What I am going to do is I'm going to wade out as far as I can to give this a fling, because this water is receding on the gallop. Into the abyss we go, my friend. As you can see, I'm still only, what, welly deep. How far out am I? I'm a good way out now already, aren't I? I've got on this rod just a worm. Right, just above the knees I am, and I think that'll do. Let's see if I can make a town halls of this. Bingo! Splodge. Oh, we're a good old cast, isn't it? Like that. It's easy when you've got a bit of a offshore wind behind you. Well, that's rod number one out. Hopefully it'll not be long before that is bing bong brewing. Just tighten that down, and that, my friends, will do. There we go, one rod cast out and ready to rock and roll. I'll get one of the little squid and whatever wraps on and do the same with that one. I don't think I'll make you watch me walk all that way out there with that one. With that rod I'm aiming for flatties. I have had some really nice plays from here. I can't remember what time of year it was, but I seem to remember I had all my warm weather kit on, so it must have been a winterish one. But they were absolute clunkers. So here's hoping, let's get some. I've just had a thought, guys. What I'm going to do with that second rod is I'm not going to cast it out until low tide, which is about 6:30. It's now 5:10, so because all that's going to happen is I'm trying to fling a big bait out, and I know it won't go as far as them worm baits, but by the time the tide's gone out for another hour, I'll be sat right on top of the bait. So I'm going to wait until low tide for that one, wade out, fling it as far as I can, and then because I'm fishing it back up for 2 hours, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to change it, I'm not going to check it, I'm just going to leave it and leave it and leave it. And hopefully a big fat ray or a codlin or even a conger, there's congers round here somewhere, is going to come along and grab it. Now that'd be a nice fish to catch, wouldn't it? But for the now, I'm just going to fish with the worm rod, because like I said, I am chasing this water out, and I think it'll be hard work trying to chase it out with 2 rods. Plus I want that squid bait as far away as possible if I am targeting the rays, which I am. As you can see, I've moved closer to the water again. Well, it's now 6:10. So there's about another 40 minutes of tide left. The water's really galloping out. I'm sick of chasing it, I'm out of breath with it. Every time I stop to do something, I have to move everything again. Hopefully it should slow down now. I'm hoping that within sort of the next 20 minutes or so, I won't have to move again. I might have one more move, and then I have brought that rod in, I checked it all out. One of the baits was demolitor. 2 of the baits were missing actually, and the bottom bait was there, but it had sort of slid round the hook and come off. So I freshened everything up, sent it all back out. Sorry, snotty nose. Gotta get a fish shortly, hadn't I? Or at least a bingus to bung. What you do have to remember is, it's that funny time of year now. Mid-February through to sort of April, you've got your winter fish that are on the way back out, and the summer fish that are starting to show up and come in. So you do get sort of an in-betweeny lull probably for a good 4 to 6 weeks where it's hit and miss whether you catch anything or not. But like I've said in the past, guys, it's not all about catching fish. And we always say that when we're not catching. I'm quite happy to just be out here. I mean, it doesn't get any more peaceful than this. There is not literally a soul around me. There might be the odd dog walker, but they'll be right up at the top of the beach, so won't be this far down it. It is a big tide today. I'm not sure if there's another sandbank out in front of me. I'll know shortly if the worm diggers all appear, because I know the lowest sandbanks is where they do the worm digging. Ben just said something to me in shop that the authorities, whomever they may be, are doing a study on the worms and the impact that worm digging for fishing's having on them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they find that there's plenty of worms and that we can carry on as we are. Because that'd be an absolute travesty if they put some sort of limit and ban on worm digging, wouldn't it? I don't know quite how they'd work that or police it or whatever, but it wouldn't be good, would it? We'd have to go fishing with other things instead. I'm pretty sure it won't come to that, guys. There seems to be plenty of worms, isn't there? Anyway, we'll get back on with the fishing. Well, the water's slowing down now. There's about 20 minutes left to low tide. So what I've done, I thought I'll get myself ready. I'm going to, I've got one of them sand dealer squid wraps. I've just got it on one big hook. I've bound it on with elastic, and there's also 2 little beads, one there and one there, 2 little loomy beads. So what I will do with them is, I will charge them up with my light before I fling it out. And then basically this rod is going to get left out there until it either goes bing bong boo or session ends. And I'm hoping it's the bing bong boo. I did say about this rig, didn't I? It is, let me just pull that out of there a bit. It is called an up and over clipped rig. And the way it works is there's a little thing there, a little sticky out to put your up and over on, and then you pull that, so you flick your line over the top of that, and then pull your weight down until, I'm hoping you can see this, pull your weight down until you get to the hook clip. It's a paddle one. Is that the way up it goes? Yes, that's the way up it goes. Put your clip, you put your hook in it, flick your clip back, and the idea is that when you fling that out now, it's all nice and streamlined, and as that hits the water, it goes ping, and that bait comes off and does that. Yeah, this water's slowed right down now. It's not moving half as quick as it was before. So I'm going to give it another 10 minutes, make sure that it stopped moving, and then I'm going to ping it out and see what we can catch. Hopefully a nice fat cod or a ray. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? And that rod hasn't moved. Right, the time has come. It's 10 minutes to low. The water hasn't moved that far away from me now. I think there's another sandbar out in front of me. Let me just have a look. There is. I can see the waves just breaking on it. It's not uncovered, but I can see waves breaking on it just to my left, and then it looks a little bit deeper on the in fact there's another one on the right. Just looks like I am in a little bit of an hole where I'm fishing, which is more good luck than judgment, I'll tell you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wade out as far as I can with this squid bait, fling it as far as I can, and then that's getting left until it either goes bing bong boo or the session ends, I will just back up the beach and leave it where it is, because when it's coming in, it'll just get deeper and deeper. I've probably got 2 hours in total now with this tide when it turns and starts coming back up. So realistically, I need to be packing up at 7:45 to make sure that I get off this beach safely. Any later than that, and you're dicing with death. It's just not worth it, guys. Not worth it at all. I like living. So that's the plan. That's what I'll be doing. While I've got you, go and have a look at the Happy Hooker hoodies. Cheapest hoodies on YouTube and the best quality as well. 38 quid. Navy blue, red and sky blue. 38 quid with your personal name. It'll be up here and that'll be delivered. All in the same price. And they are really, really good quality, guys. Go and have a look at them. Let's make the world happy, hooker. I'll get this rod cast out. And there we have it. The bait is out. Now that sandbank that's that the waves are breaking over is probably about, from where I'm stood now, I'd say a good 150 yards, maybe a little bit more, out from where the rods are now. So what I've done is I've waded out as far as I dare, right up to the gonads, because I don't want to get my coat wet through. And I flung it as far as I can, and I know that I got past the sandbank because I saw the weight land on the water, probably 20, maybe 30 yards past the sandbank. So I'm about as far out as I possibly can get. Don't forget, I'm flinging a 7-ounce lead and probably 2 ounces of bait, so you're flinging like 9 ounces out there, which for any rod, I don't know what these rods are rated to, but it did it. It didn't worry it. I wouldn't like to push it much more than that, for fear of breaking it, but that'll do, donkey, that'll do. And like I say, that bait now is staying there until it's time to go home, or it goes bing bong boo, whichever one it is. Hopefully the bing bong boo. Can't wait. I just absolutely love it, guys. All the stresses and all the worries of the world are all up there at the top of that beach. While I'm down here, there isn't one. I honestly cannot stress just how good this is for your head and your mental well-being. Go and try it, guys. Whatever it is you want to go and do, just go and try it and find some peace and harmony in your life.
Down to all the head.
Look at this, guys. I'm a twit, aren't I? I forgot I'd got a premiere going out tonight as well at 6:30. I will be popping in and speaking to people, but I'll be concentrating more on the fishing. You'll have to talk between yourselves for a bit. See you in a bit. Well, I'm still watching my own video, chatting away to you all. Just a bit change on the right hand rod, on the green rod. Like I said, the right. I'll get my left and rights right in a minute, won't I? The left hand rod, the one with the red tip on, like I've said, that's staying in there, that till death. That is quite rough, the ground. I could feel it when I were bringing the green one in, binging and bonging all the way across to the bottom. I find your own video more interesting than this. At least I'm catching fish in there.
Further than that, and they are really, really good quality.
Yeah, I've just freshened them baits up, pinged it back out. Let's see if that makes a difference. There's got to be a fish caught shortly, hasn't there? Or at least a bite, you'd have thought, wouldn't you? That'd be nice. Right, the tide has turned. The water started to flood back in, so it's probably going to get really hectic now moving back up this beach. Because if it's anything like it, we're going out, it's going to be fast. So I'm going to have my running shoes on and make sure I keep in front of this tide. I can see how quick it's coming now, blood my neck. Hopefully, I'm going to get some action. It's turned. That's usually like switching switching a fish, turning a switch on for the fish to start biting. And if not, hey ho, I shall enjoy myself. My feet are freezing, my nose is running. But apart from that, I'm having a ball. Come on fish, bing bong boo. Guess what? Nothing's happening. I'm going to have to really keep my eye on this time now. It's 7:10 now, and that tide is flooding in quite quickly. Like I said earlier on in the video, I'm gonna push it till about 7:15, and then I'll pack up, and then I should have plenty of time to get off this beach, because the last thing anyone wants is being cut off and ending up dead, is it? Well, there might be some that I'd like to see me dead, but I think the majority of you wouldn't. Some exciting news as well, guys. The boat is nearly ready. She should be ready. I doubt she'll be ready this week, but by the end of next week, she should be ready. So she's got all new decals on the front of her, and she'll all be sparkling and looking like brand new. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to get her back. I have missed her. I do love my boat. And I do love my boat fishing. I mean, to be perfectly honest, given the choice between going on land and going on the boat, I would pick the boat 9 times out of 10. I do enjoy going on the land, but the boat's something different in it. It really is, and you get the opportunity to go out for better fish and bigger fish as a rule. But it has been known to be blanking on the boat, not just on land you do it. The difference with my channel and a lot of the other channels is I won't not put this video out because there's no fish in it, because to me that's not what it's all about, and it does give a false sense of what fishing's actually like. You know, any newcomers that come along and they say, oh look, they catch fish there, that's how they do it, and blah blah blah. Well, it doesn't matter how good of a fisherman you are, we all do it, we all have our blanks, and that's part and parcel of it. I think the biggest thing for me is, and I'm pretty sure for the majority of us, is just actually being out there and enjoying yourselves. And if you can fish with a buddy, even better. I don't mind fishing on my own, but I do like having someone with me just to have the banter with. I mean, I'm never on my own when I'm with you lot anyway, am I? So I'll shut up parroting there. I'm just waffling rubbish now. See you in a bit. That just bumped me up. I've just had a tiny little tip tap on the green rod. Let's hope it does it again. Now there's got to be 200 to 300 yard of line out there now, so I would imagine that even with braid at that sort of distance, you're only going to get small taps. I would have thought. I don't really know. It's not a lot. I mean, this style of fishing I've not really done a great deal of, so I don't really know. I definitely got a tap, but nothing's happening now, is it? Could be a crab. We'll see. Let's hope, eh? I've only got, how long have I got left now? I have got, it is now 7:20, so I've got about another 25 minutes or so before I have to wrap up. I have put in the sand on my way down a piece of newspaper on a stick as like a flag, and I know that when I get to that I really do have to wrap up. It's as easy as that, isn't it? Come on Rod, go again. I'll get a fish here. We'll see. Whew. Well, I've just reeled that in about 5 million miles and I said it was tipping and tapping. Oh, I've got a dab. Stop spinning. It's an excessively scabby dab, but a dab all the same. I'm just sorry. Yeah, that water's getting up to my rod now. I'm not going to be sending this rod back out. I'm going to pack it up now. So I'll get that unhooked, get it returned. If you do like the things that I do, please do. Press the like button, press the subscribe button, the notification bell. Share the video, make some comments. I think I'm going up to Whitby tomorrow after work. because I'm working in Huddersfield, I'm halfway there, I might as well carry on up there, and I'm going to go and give it a go over that end. I don't know any marks over there, but I'm sure I can find some out. And until next time, ta-da for now. Subscribe.